Omega Live TV. Ghana at 2024. And then your name Mr. Charles Bissue. The former secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining in Ghana. If you know, say IMCIM. And the Bay program there. Your name Mr. Bissue. Now, Mr. Bissue saw Bana BBI Boko.
I'm not BBI Boko, Papa.
Now, Jenny Audiba had saying.
Oh, that's a meche tefu. I'm the Jenny Boko. Remember no munde. Nkane British shows we the way we will improve that. Because cannot plane that do be no what's ma in Ghana from yes ban your terminal 3. But and then answer plane is ban no fufur. Nti me nyim say time your ma Mrs. Lada power hon. Did that ye na your brother kweko for years yama eje so ben obey na British government sees another British will see as well privatize we take it serious. Me nyim so a one offer. But I felt that because Ghana yenye Britain yen kita unzin onyende ne started nti me Jesus work sub-Saharan Africa na the Commonwealth countries na odo wo so yimu ye papa because Ghana no ye wo Gold Coast na ye ka na mani so Britain we do baby we do nti ibuzo I do me be papa.
Thank you. Now Mr. Bissue so SI Western region, the current Western region secretary for MPP. Now after you know young people who kroma and then Mr. Bissue Ebano omu nyina twen say omu pese omu no omu keka be testimony be frame you know omu pese omu busa ensem bi nti me so me ka say me ba me busa mo na sisi ano ne you better talk about a number of things areas you better talk about garamsey illegal mining fix the country Ghana economy nti no ma you better kan bebre you better talk about a little bit about health, you know, how things are progressing for young people in our country. You better kasano mano petrol prices in the idea. See, and Timukra na, Mr. Bissue Onyankoi. You better to me that was so.
Part 1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2, yes. Now, answer you better share, you know. You better short break be answer your share. The producer, you better a short break
to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them. At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Thank you, Atie, for your damasi. Now, Charles. Me from Charles and Mr. Bissue. Diana,
is it be go to that from but Charles here another Onia one to.
Onia one to. Yes. Thank you.
Onia one to.
Yes. Charles, young people are away UK, any part of the Western world or in the diaspora, no. And then almost say obey program, no. It be free who flies, no. Almost who at the cry encourage you to go into politics.
Okay.
Now, after we call politics, why MPP as well? And what are the main challenges that we face within all this?
Okay, that's it. Now, Michi will be asked to be just there. Mabeno, Britain, Ujan Nando. Now, Tadama Makalian, Ghana, no, any Britain, Inkitowns in Okwich. I'm carrying from the BIC about Babylon, Yakara Babylon, and not London.
Okay.
You should say, Buduhan. Na butabisi nyado na butani de ako school kakra Ghana na ewia e ba Bissue yenuanom dodo na bia oba nkratesem na mo wo ho nti onye opportunity na school no atuma atuedo so e bia na odopede anchobe don oboko school ni bi ene wo won so a won so ba wonyan 13 nkrate na bibia da so on so onko school ni bi nti no chedo ye environmental enyin wom no na oyedem ye mu bi no remember mufu plane remember me DC10 bay.
Okay.
And them DC10 minim so for no friend Reverend Kusibeku.
Okay.
Ne Helena Rabbles. Remember ne Helena Rabbles otimechi na Reverend Kusibeku timenyu go plane. Nam say rather the mabricha mu ko why because say that's so for me so for me na nyum tu nyi so timechi da. Netre nyankopon wa am guardian angels them na okay to my bay no so na o ma but that time no be nim there ne tum ko school pa nkratai no onye ni nyina no here because baby to Milton Keynes College home home here English and IT that time na minyam nkratai na but the fact that no more na minyam nkratai no ibu na me online courses nkakra because no anya me pe there made metra kroma afebo because you will be your friend brain drain and your brain gain nti musa nti kwame nkruma oba school abridge we pedo baby bi no ofa no odin bagana Dr. Bissue painful JB dankwa wonyina no oba no okofia and then these are people are this is the so man manu okronin nti na modem pen musa no so na they be follow politics.
Okay.
Let's say you come take work politics and some me take papa. And politics no so no a be piety. But one kasa no or there ewo abadi nzibu wo mu. Eme sebion men pede makam for mu but me pe nipa. And mu do bi rebra ohom. Nti no kire be ye adoye. Baby amasam kada se mezi ye no bi nizi ya na chido onye den onye complete. That mentality no has always been there for me. Into my bed, some kakra, mukro school, me juma kakra ha, me juma T-Mobile, Virgin, not Orange, and company no friend EPS. That time I'm starting. When at that time no, one T-Mobile, no everything everywhere. But that time no friend Mercury. The time no friend Mercury, we juma ho, was Chipping Warden war, Oxfordshire, or Ben kakra a Byfield near Daventry. The Honda Mitrain. And see a Honor, let me a warehouse operative. But warehouse age one and bring your friend Steve Kite.
Who they summarizing? Summarizing my name.
Okay, see them bringing no also means
so very encouraging young people. No,
yeah, some America how as in Bissue there them be warehouse operative. Now warehouse na your system or friend system 21. That's system 21 on no scan phones. Every hour no I scan 400 phones. The 400 phones no. Yeah, the system now cut down. No that had it one way in 7.5 hours mobile. Now happen 6 to 2 by any breaks every 2 hours or thereabout. System cut down no be agent no. Until by 1:45 no so be no cleanness around it. But muhun them no. Say system no down doing work now. No ma for pride no pride no me clean that. No bringing Steve Kite we on Alan Dave Obama no say. That internet de be a me the man. No so mean there. Or them scan 400 phones per hour over 7.5 hours. But me and the system mutumu do mutumu scan phone na ya ba over time or a Saturday. Sunday so only a time and half. Sunday so a double. Yeah, the man has a new year. Now me this the contract way you no better. Because contract, the amateur was contract. No, say, how educated are you? No, catching my business management. No, affiliate your friend Angie with. No, so put him in the office. Okay. When I started was to office. Then I started here and me manager.
Okay.
And so I was training people there. Into me, my Virgin, Orange, and mobile, T-Mobile. I mean, my way T-Mobile. That time,
during that time, you are now a registered member of MPP.
Yes.
Okay.
One people say Teresa Melly take on the time 1992. Mutu abani be amazing 19 years. That time Melly take on Dansuman. Mutu bi na me be na mukrai na 96 Mutu bi.
The name join MPP.
Oh MPP say I mean,
there were a lot of political parties for Ghana, but
okay.
you decided to. Although main ones here, MPP, NDC.
Yeah, on the some on them because of JB Dankwan story. Let me tell you, Kwame Nkrumah. But I mean, my family, no, a political family. On the man, of Freddie Hughes, and the former Speaker of Parliament, or Menana Bing, Sechi Hughes, and the bone there you were George Hughes, Aborigines Right Protection Society, the National Congress of British West Africa. Obey, agitate and you
when a man Nanado appointed you, Tama, MPP by power in 2016, amount this person with your hard work, the way your creativity. But then, after taking the job, then issue came up with I announced and then you resign. Then why did you resign?
Okay, Mami Cho, there's some Party in history now. Why am
I summarize it?
I'll tell you for better. Okay. And National Congress of British West Africa, Aborigines Right Protection Society. Let me show the party.
Okay.
And what's about form UGCC 4th of August. Pagrant Siamanana Bingin. Because Pagrant is mine.
Oh, okay.
Now, Papa Nina Nimami Nichiba, the Pagrant Warren. Nti, why do family do? But in Timoko school, your true government, the government put Munsia because George Hughes, a man and councillor.
Oh.
And about to Sechi Hughes. My friend Messi Sophia Hughes. At us, and Mammy Papa no young ring of friend Quest. And that's how it came. Now, my Britain, so my no party no, me soon do have me. I was a member of the MPP here. I mean, me a founding chairman for Northamptonshire.
Oh, okay.
Let's party on. But that time, no Marco, parliamentary primaries the door. Hunter West, Papa Nukrum, Mawanye. Number Bay, Ebenene man yet to Northamptonshire. Now I was a member of the UK branch near to them chapter. And 2013, Namu Kropak, the Makacho paying for them, Pedam contest for regional secretary. Namu Boa party after the 29th of August, court verdict in one hen. Then he needed Nancho Professor Nancho Monko for parliamentary seat in the Namsadabi. I would rather work for the party near power. Power naturally is into basically what I'm trying to say is the party on your bay MP cutting another baby cutting baby I shall or a weekend na catcho needs to party na
is it baby out here a weekend baby out here who the right skills to do the job?
It's a combination of both. Say all right skills but a whole weekend it could be that all right skills but baby I want obiso or it's the same job no here there be in pakun eboka catcho dey in pakun pochata. But saying na let's say what adwen let's say butuma supporting pakuna you support the person to do that but baby who no a week so na na yesum on the make sure there being the mokro for MP ship anta was not a seater or MPP there ntia kopia what so e di gbanka kwejon boto amo but it was there for me to go but before the MMO to make it MP na yeramba power on here into rather member the regional secretary and pass me the regional secretary we need 8 seats because 8 in a one presidential so your man mudu 100% increase. And before I work on politics, only scientific. One is the data, personality, and the message.
Yes.
So message in a good message that you're wronger, you will never get it right. And the data no so here because the number of people about to aba how you do your juggling and inti ninyina no o meeting musia and kakra inti ono na mu here inti before I work on Western region 8 seats there you will win you name seats no as the reason why you be then able to win them seats. And basically that's how I came into it. Now President Beno Omam interministerial committee a Juman or forming off from as secretary.
So how did you find a job?
Oh, it was interesting. A Jumanze is Munshim Papa.
Any role and will play on.
Yes, as secretary to 10 ministers. No Juma President Oshimen Yam Papa. And any day no Madanasi. Because other Juman Sumam no master in PhD the door. And in terminal I was doing my PhD in Ghana beyond the 8 from the colonial era to the industrialized era. But in my best 6 months, in terms of me changing to a sustainable development in the small scale mining sector, it's me changing my PhD into that because the menu Jejuman, our president Zaman, and I enjoyed because not a new area. Ubia and Yebida as a into roadmap I train at on the end of the way alternative livelihood we implement a extra roadmap now. Sabi Bibi administered so home my brother abujinafo or apply in the system now.
Then Ushas, yeah, and then Anas then came in.
Okay.
Anas issue came in with other officials. Say you allege video and bribery allegation. Then after Muana they resign.
Okay.
And then why resignation? And tell my story now.
Mpacho, Martin there. I mean, a human mayor said be from clean up. My papa from the ma shampoo papa good mo ayo home. And the baby has me should be able is in Bissue no or chado Bissue anyankwa. Bissue, that's the meaning of Bissue. And see president did the major man mam no. Anas is a very unfortunate, but I think that I mean no masam no oboy nipa pi when you are as what is happening to people in Ghana. Then to make them you sure that Anas the man was aging painful pi wa Ghana. Some of them obutuma enokor. Ibi also onye nokor. Nti bone your brother Kennedy Japan they be no agitate no no modus away because he written higher was he said brother if crime scene investigation. So what should be what go through the process or could jury or go through the court system until the person is found guilty and send we show video. But on is not no or yeah that we show. Then ankasa what trial by media in the media we go in mass more ben why you and son as some to go through the process. I think that's the wrong way around. And Anas not some no Anas wambaho when be video bia onto munkan job baho. And
but so video no and other officials
some recast some into video na mu wom no on in the manche bribe and I will say it categorically here the manche bribe bia will be bia Martin in there gentleman my friend Francis Osicha or contest or dropping my party disqualifying on the basis of that. No, you Juma. What did you so on? He was introduced to me by Professor from Pomwatin and Painful. Them in Juma. But the behind ye Jumana, no, a chum that forest reserve, good or her, young 2 days. Sometimes no question to regional. Go into the hotel. Most right now, a month would send to work and a pay 6 we can take the envelopes. No, only one. Now, we're better, also a small scale miners. No. I was me job in there, prevent illegal mining. There's the alternative livelihood. Through that, until I'm making map and road map, then BPI alternative livelihood, of community mining. My lead team, no professor, they through them in the money now. And he said, President Amam, the major one and the envelopes, no massacre one. So he kept on doing that. And to catch him paying for what the man there. I went no. On your Juma presidency, me yeni, but Morian mempe. And after 3 or 4 months, I got rid of him. Catching the morning, me mempe them in bay, you may be abu. Into the ma Brenton, on na Osmo be more bad the matter. How? As to Osmo be no aben, only a debia, or this come will be done for Mam Dabi. Chairman wound to me. Oh, yeah, I shall tell you that, Chairman. Na, yes, yeah, oh, yeah, 17th of December, that was 2018. I think around that time, I left a ban. Until your meeting, be not chairman, don't know mining, and other people, chairman for me. Yes, okay, one way mining, into say, when you won't crop out, what the way I am pedo be illegal mining. Into your men who am pedo party from Sube, one out, woman, so but regularize one out, but regularize one. That's okay. Into one to me catch him no bossma, or yeah, Ubi Moho. But at that time, the original organizer, Abdul Ganiu, on the 4th of January, I think that was Friday. No, your program be our constituency officers now to fridge now the no constituency organizers. He's the regional organizer. It's no constituency organizers or award one as to hard worker is winning power now. Until want to make a double contribute them as the names will contribute to 20,000. Parliamentary caucus of Western regions to contribute to 20,000 Ghana cedis. Nature man want to be sukkah and papa. Into honor no smart ba Andy. Into for me as I sit here Andy no only more shade. Into also Andy na Francis will say chown. Wa prayer there obey then. Obama obi ebohu. But we ko Andy no. But this is the question. Why you more order? Into said pedo obi wobia. You could have called me directly, irrespective of the may ways. And the best first staff na. And you only you wonder them gentlemen pedo wob one more baby. Why not through Andy? Into Andy no ban. gentleman the camera ni shano nti bonda nsa na o this can was chairman sim informal which is chairman wuntumi me this can me be ofi ba na mototo potata sa nti moto scan to knowing where it was coming from the Ghanaian art and then you realize that as I know be some so me kita phone na me phone out to speaker na me catch no okay kwa when you dey could you 3,000 cedis na ji receipt nti say obridge bribe say onye dam potata sa
na nipa no a wo se wo hu nim no na tatam na city golden tulip la semana wo can say body discover no wo report to the police
no
so why so no, because yes sir say obitima say yes
I'm the to you so aba
good because
okay enter see you too gentleman was working with me into anapa mo sorry no crofo the envelopes aba atasa envelopes on kada me ahwe man oh ya tese wa ba kumase na ye ba na odi the weekend on at that point on be so hwe into induce one next time no officer no there's familiarity between you and him mpocha sa at that point on can the mama bribe na KD mam mpocha sa but gentleman na menye edwuma na ono fi Ashanti region ofi dwaben ono moko kuma sa onye moko nti no ono na offer from crofon na one one bra no mbohum mpocha sa no lead one and by 6 to 1 envelopes mbra he was the person that I sacked because he was given or he was introduced to me by Professor from Pomboatin and Impey for ombra na onye membe yedwuma and ono forest reserve because if you are forest reserve then mine and asin forest reserves we are not supposed to mine there but Ghana and I think that time of 47 forest reserves we are not supposed to mine there say but mine or they entry permit no communals commission one more documentation and sana call and edwuma na president really protect your forest reserves now because our forest reserves were being depleted but into a gentleman now or the man or the honor make catch the moon to me in edwuma biom because of nzama na opedo yen
but the okura sika no de ba o video ya yankasa no I will say anas na sending no
okay so
was he spoken by the police name kasai
you see okay let me get to but I need you to understand this bit you see when Andy you want to me pie no ban na Francis the meyi nezin okay che Andy there the young boy be a party ni or problem with mining no license that nti Andy nyenem da na mombwan nti ono no wanyene be na camera ni show nti Andy this kind man no twa video mpotata am there was a button na bibi I don't know how we try now you hon next day na mo tuko na mereba Britain hade I was coming to Bristol tell my make them na me PhD one into mereba Bristol next day na my office na make sure the BBI are fine mudu on a gentleman it's na obiam na me say no was one year more make 1 year day and then the gentleman said why man oh no my friend lady be offend Dorothy and Dorothy said oh why your man day at that point the guy was trying to entrap more people potata said nti mezeni share girl nen sabium mo pray no say chairman won to me say on cancer me chep na me say en office ho no say that be or private potata said nti won ye kato na me shatter blue no say oh me the machines na call edwuma I didn't know Mr. I'm a machine because me name cache also machines here brand I was sitting and looking at him because me name conversation maybe oracle na me no me so into hon me another call no so me two speaker tell my friend lady be doctor we him or her na so gentleman I want to make sure that when you be man now me at the magazine we no ono so no so someone say for be mouth for boys no 5,000 cedis but then I was going out of the office let me shame kutukum but them can with the accountant more recording potata because me in the party football obejiska papa into the bia make sure the most keep the office me you are and I'm Ghana and some na mami kites ka because if that mobile money another mobi why be into me just cut what the them transactions now question there uncle say ejuma president ma'am people have approached me $300,000 $400,000 yes but more Benji dollars. Question me some there. Say $300,000 that's mama. Not that I didn't go to about $3 million. And then the military and a lot of people were under me. It's why the malamun komunku to the mean yes can make $20,000, which is about high. It's £2,000. because I have access to BBR. That's how it doesn't make sense. Inter BBR the anas no on the one access me. What that mean? I just show my background. A Brahma border na dem zaman join ye dem video
based on the challenges what Galam say illegal mining Ghana the challenges also the government has lost credibility in terms of tackling it.
No. You see, River Thames
and also with the missing excavators
500 behind you. I'll clarify that. You see, now one day River Thames it took about 25 years for it to get to where it is. Because first after kakra we educated growth. So it took about 25 years. Well, how? In 10 years, number of years or take care and son and soon say them. If been more, you was different soon, was different. Oh, yeah, can't be in your deal. For you to do that, until the president also manifesto, and you have to start from somewhere. President Mahama is not bad. Also, obogu illegal mining. Bob is a soldier for no good, but we have alternative livelihood. Community mining in him. Responsible mining, Bunda President Akufo-Addo Ben, about 4,500 people were trained at UMAT, University of Mines and Technology. You're trained on responsible mining, how to use the 3-point, what be 3-point system, what will go now. 4,500 at the expense of the government. So, Ome started the dredging soon. You have vetted licenses. Because first, Nipa Corona license own about 5 concessions. Because system was broken down. The system was broken down in the sense that, say, if mineral bureaucracy or minerals commission or EPA or to taken maybe for 6 months, then the paper now. Now, Nipa Corona so on to maintain a work illegally. And now, them paper now or the minerals commission or Jipa, no so over there, midges or Okodo through the bureaucracy. Nti mpako no nya paper ndam no so okwe kraswa otum de try for bear trade or paper but enjoy one document, one concession which is no more than 25 acres of land. Nti ni nyina no oye multiple of problems. President Akufo-Addo is the problem about the antidotes bay into training of the small scale miners, vetting of all licenses to ensure that license be or marry one concession. Yeah, them Galam stop. We introduced the Galam stop. I don't know how far it is being used now, but the Galam stop came together by amalgamation of all the agencies. Under had the BBA sometimes system now or one because EPA, Minerals Commission, Water Resources Commission, Forestry, one now were connected to mining and were put on the system until or start application process now. Ubiabu nipa ordinary system no. The mining license was supposed to be, I think, 60 days at the Minerals Commission, the process, and 30 days with the minister. That's bare 3 months, mobile. But Obidu had a license 5 years. And the influx of Chinese, the Chinese are not supposed to do about the small scale mining. So, but
they are not supposed to do.
Yes.
But almost say Omoba Ghana, and yet Omo Ghana for 9 at the other. And you
no, we are to go, no, so what if I know what to call. The massive others Chinese ambassador us there.
The government is struggle with no, the mention of even the Chinese and all that.
That we said on the market multiple of problems, but you have to start from somewhere. As a someone to turn ascertain in here, only able to once you get it managed well, you can actually ascertain BBA one, then you can manage it well. On them kind of vetting first thing number of concessions but 1,350 was given to them IMCIM to vet. You show me you baby obian as well. Now the first thing you baby obian as well. On pointed no taxes to your basin and mobile. Chinese for what America, Mr. Ambassador is there, say Nkrofono ba Chinese phone ba Ghana yin oboso nsem northern akobe bon akamine Portugal ana the Chinese no to go no we so a no gifi Ghana yin one na ogifi krom Ghana ho on so ya do idea hwem atasa for diplomatic reasons into amazing atasa ba point there so Chinese na ba no we nkwana oy de na gold no so fi krom amanu Chinese no do ko tua tax na atasa into bia ihe na na ye makwan ma I don't awkward until I'm opposed menu aje there the IGP for fra since you are strict but as a discipline
one person.
Oh no, but you see
You're straight by one person.
No, one person can make a difference. And the difference no and you who did all. Every day, Sisiano, I mean, discipline work kwando. But my disciplined because
the social construction or the concept that only panel per bribe or bribe or
I don't think it's so here. In your experience, I think 4 days
before you ever call GPD and so. People say we can about excavators now missing. I would say it's not missing. The 500 excavators.
Why 500 excavators? So the police for Mepeda and baby some police for the investigation. Okay, seeing for me, there were no 500 excavators. As a report and there was about 200 and something, about 300. What happened was that there was a military man, friend Nick Boku, General Brigadier Boku. On over documents be made August 2018. Now 650 excavators no. Now the whole assemble according there say soldier for operation Vanguard so what call busha no catch excavators are excavators be at 10 who need there into so 10 now when you low bed was watching watch illegal miners when you excavators when you low bed was watching or that call into I don't we count 10 but we count 10 way to control board or be of a which is the brain of the excavator into what to control board now no to quite if the why mobilizing but minus no I can 10 until the record they have 10 but but minus was spare control board as I say until probably 10 way 2000 so low bed don't obey a problem until got to a point that we have to rent a lot of low beds for them but as I say tell me to the best of my knowledge and report there were not 500 excavators.
Well, the report suggests that it's 500.
I have a report.
I know a lot of reports.
No, Professor from Pombati no Kadam, but Asumachem came to say that it wasn't true.
And what is the government saying? At the end of they say at the end of 500, I hear that. 500 and out. What also say 250?
Menkere 250. Means about up to about 300.
300.
But
up to because they won't name specific numbers.
No, but 500 and 300. Yeah, approximation.
Yeah, rank about could be a cost of saying.
No. I can never natural behavior. But let's correct this. Professor from Pombati went and said 500. Say be some day Nanado so there be no ever na say we actually Nanado Aruba. But Mrobo Asumachemi or Nana Akufo-Addo ne agent as a minister he speaks for the president. Into a meeting, ABA Minister of Information came out and clarified that they have about 200 and something, which is getting to 300 in American. But
even cry, can't say 300. Number could be selling for almost 80.
But then that's when you agree that
$80,000.
No, but that's
with a lot of money.
But you're jumping the gun. That's when you agree that the 200 IU. And I'm telling you that the mass of no onyano. In terms of the agencies, so police for were reporting some more police and Amoba. I mean, my statement, even though we knew excavators in the UN, Anambwa, but Mokremikama statement, and I gave the true facts of what happened. What is there?
And what is the view of the police?
So on the mixture, they say
the investigation is still going on, and I say with the excavators, is it going on? And a while so with
that's one is a message that baby is a police for because. As at I think last year, said that the mass of 2 years ago, into 2 years wide when we investigation, and I'm because information be it will be as was on, and that means the your idea and now no current days. But I'm telling you categorically, as in the date photo that there was nothing like 500 excavators. But if you be able to my baby, honestly, but report was about 270, 290, there about under 300. Them na I mean and I can say people to match reports ni binam omufondo and it's not like that they be men pay able do that no boy ahin because say ya establish the why you it's okay 200 I na create ahin na calculate type 200 but I'm telling you that the massam no minjin to no into police for investigation young for police for no be one investigation then one for no current to go.
One of the difficulties are Matiami Dusino say institutions, getting information from institutions, including the police, is difficult.
On the portions and on no akanasam. But MMS in the getting information from the police, no, and they will write information bill and the police no or them information. I mean, and police for year much one. Let me the demands in post to Ghana. Much one was reporting my minya copy. On the make sure the IGP for he works in a disciplined way. Into one my police for them car why disciplined. I mean, Danny anti police you be cheap. You my michana, Miss A. Okay, and that damper doesn't buy me to Miss A. Or I have damper over too much. No, maybe be fine. Okay. I don't know. My neighbor, oh, there. I mean, my neighbor, Achimota overhead one. I can call neighbor fat Tessanon. Yes. No, but we should be not so. Into branch in the casting, son or one walk on the same lane. Into the casting be mum condominium, I'm no craving cracker. Into my police run an awesome packet in them so. No explain the channel, Moko day. No, here they be a Bapayana, the baby. No, I want to go for some pack. That's not a woman may face. No, wicked your baby. You know, my friend. You may, as I what is all yards there? No, so that be a mamma common car. Why are they? But attitude do so here. Because British police will bet you Crobestro. I'm can answer, sir. If your attitude or chain on ye, or no, or the man who am, if you also one I to police because as that attitude should on ye. But it doesn't mean that as I may do not your right. But some wasi. Do beka to no many them next time. Another to British police at beka to infant record mobile. Oh, Moko for okay. No, for other lane nicely. He could have done that. As I no, I start on police.
It depends on in terms of risk.
Risk.
And for example, be a U10 and I say what for wrong way and I say why you are in terms of risk and then.
And so what I'm trying to say, that I'm for her. But what I'm for Mumbo bro.
Yeah.
But cars on taxi drivers were rough into other fray. My job to Namasoki, not some pack a day. My pack you in on what also means on police in wage I'm honoko. The mechanics on my friend oh. As a means to make them more child. Or better may explain also that be now I start to go on more sharoba. Citizens soon will go for best sharoba mobile. We are also okay then I catch a police job. And so I think attitude do not do but the guy what he did was right on the media too.
Thank you. Thank you. Miss Hadi Wako back. We I understand said the office of the special prosecutor no more investigative occasion. And we in terms of what they were looking for.
Okay.
And if say they are still investigating or the matter has been
I mean there will be one investigation time Matanami do on. Na what's a road tape mobile and as you see now ubisa don't for road tape number na sort on the call special prosecutor and na CID so international committee refer some to government to refer some to CID which is the main investigative agency. Okay, Mokre police within 3-4 months where was in your work site on the site na and I say Miss 1K John I saw pun counter na one can put cross site or put up. And the documents and no kita na make one fast track. People thought that Miss one fast track. And they ban ban for 2 years no. You be offered economic restitution. Our it's a few 2 years. It's a license. Next span 5 years. It is a lose 2 years. So that ban them back. Gentleman about January license no kita no bo April 4th. Thereabout. After that, into what now make the one fast track. No 3 months per order. Into Miss Wayne and Tema non key. You man no sunya kakra. And the 2 fast track mechanic suit. And the veterinarian says what documentation ba. You your concession look question. Into that time team now set off where you central, western, Ashanti and was Abba Eastern. And pickups bear 10 was a call. And the staff bear 40. So sema one fast track, one fan count would Ashanti and no Ashanti. That is what I meant. Because my cars 30 or 40 won't come round one son. Ashanti region view. Okay. That's what I meant by the fast track loan fund woman. Now we can do uncle 3,000, which is a fee for those things. Into that means something it doesn't happen. Now, raw tape now, you create special prosecutor and police to the mobile with you. There's nothing more. So I will mind away and national man on your crop your voiceover would do good. And Chazim Jano behind here and we went to this and no today or Yazad Ukuki. Pocho at see special prosecutor no police we also assembly in your special prosecutor mean there we ne matenam do the time back here ejapa case no bail or say with the ejapa case no or can't once we not say with the Bissue case no there's an issue of an identity. The identity no yeah gentleman no ben the voter ID card or be fake not be say bibi to one job come over also a issue of identity on your Bissue abo Bissue is na Bissue identity na hwehwana as from legal adwen kakra mikita it means that you probably had an ankasalpo or the book on ID and the bone tax identification number and some of the system no sorry they were trying to beat the system but system needs or chilling in a gentleman po or be no need tax identification number you check it or the fake one be you check
okay
system ni chilling in a like that you the bribe and check them in zaman inti matinamidu me do we say a petition or special prosecutor don't want because 3 years yeah okay atasa musumi human rights o here because sometimes a man will be sure about a day but madam me as there a man full who no quarrel and I believe that I made the man the me man PP because time now sometimes musumu to makasa but atasa but be easy one will be some massive vindication is in the womb of time onye there ebiana my ABB 2 ebona afena malamoko media moko baby am mazel because I knew them in your shame because a day to the time will be video will be from no pedal chase can be a missing to 1K video. I never paid any money.
Obi Frel.
Yes.
Obese utia o money baby.
No one show video.
No one show video.
And I'm so one show.
Oh okay.
I mean so no because me
what my police about that phone call.
Dabi. Some more crime kind. Okay. I mentioned it atasa oh no. I didn't do it. Most one call. I believe that the man no me no will be saving you papi.
Yes.
Sometimes it will be as one buffer, echo through pain, for people to see what is happening. And lastly, na hono, a bone there, even so many communication, radio, TV, because I've got nothing to hide. Into Malam the moon sue as corruption and evidence of corruption. I say, Akufo-Addo government, you're corrupter, non MMA, Abazi. Example, as some see, Mr. Paside, Ubia Yibeji. Mala Zol Mr. Aside when your investigation.
We say step aside for in the interest of transparency and accountability.
Exactly.
Now, no, that then, and I will say that will also not compromise
the system. The police and the investigative agencies.
And based on that, what you said, in your view, has the government achieved that in our public sectors, that accountability and transparency?
Only was subjective, but the Bissue test. I want for the Bissue test. That why abandon nipa every day. When be workers step aside because means that step aside the base organ that number.
Well, it be no how bet me resign.
No, so no may resign a number. One may resign. Those who are resign the position. But Mr. Drenchen is a human to one coachship. Atasa, if you should so no Sanche, I may put enjoy them fight them per major a number. But Mr. Darby.
So when it comes to the public service, how do you see it now in terms of transparency?
You see, on them so subjective. Subjective, or that yes, because we'll get somewhere someday. Because on there, some appear by digitalization or boom, or stop them with money P. Because BBI digital, one and echo nature is common. And a two no, or a discipline from the top no. The discipline of president or instilling most of us, you know. Ono Suma, Eden, Obama, one of us, we say, use IGP, as one person, that person is making a difference. But as I obey no, so for Usuba and Panizi, Shatawalinism, Kofu, the Charlie, or they are steady, and there, and I'm to Facebook, Mundo Bizarre to there, CC and Siren or Cock 4x4 siren, because we be at Tonelam Chrisacra, no, siren album, there's some discipline in the system. And to say, the one sector institution here is then it means that the other institutions
the discipline now is it about arresting people and I say making people understand the rule of law.
If I'm using the word discipline, discipline means conforming to what is actually the structure or whatever it's there. Into the word discipline me using today, I'm a discipline be there or suffer the warrior. And I'm saying that should be applied to other areas because our system be obi nala ofido ya banejuma moba into oye mo pie on the meche there say digitalization or bam so otumobwa because in the electricity bill it to be via the phone and mobile first no ide koso line ekwa also line tin into ide hu bi enyim no mobile say 200 cities and 20 hours or no why was am fast but in there's no ye nyipa pf into over the phone one na ekutua 20 cities amanti technology po origi the mazin if you ho and oye nyipa no so odu baby so bonde corruption o baby awo but odu baby a bonde nyipa no so no ebusuasam because we deal with the extended family system enye adwuma na webusuafo nya wo ye da nyame ase akada nyame ase de enye adwuma tabo show that enye pa kuro akada nyame ase wo dima obesa afi momo a e ma mcha then you're forced to do things and I believe that them technology no abem no so bobo na omampen na nsan discipline or the sheyemun men kada hin nyina ye be pepepeze but as we're going along and learning no say which is the Ghana would be a better place.
MPP at Kennedy or say Nana Addo fail in the fight against corruption because he's not doing it just like who say the discipline, you know.
But you have not them.
Recently,
so my examples, sir. Not you have fun. My examples, sir.
Because I say one of it, and they say, I say Nana Addo fail in the fight against corruption in the country, and I'm also accuse the president. Say also no or he's bathing in corruption.
What's up?
Now the Kennedy, I don't know the kind is to do with Martin Amidu. You know the way was he resign?
Yeah.
And the pressure Martin Amidu claims he was experiencing. Would you agree? Say 2016, the people voted for Nana Addo to come in with the view of fighting corruption because no yet very but at the moment, you know, although new yaba kisi yaba, you know, but people feel say oh buy a cry no, why quiet, nothing has happened.
On the you're at the Canadian is an can one kada one will also or a reference to Martin Amidu Moba and he say research I and them secondary data say yeah oh I get kakra because Martin Amidu yana woman office what laboni kakraba no we sick say also a 10 floors so sabazi moba don't funk of one then one funny group potata sa woko nejo mo mindo was nanguti no tua no nko staff for no nchu biako and other people were on secondment no so say account no worbo man na moba enti say hwem dama Martin Amidu no kan so nanka so ye na bibia pepepe na okadama na bejeji na Martin Amidu no started from you're at Mills in the time I mean the put in enjoy there makabi ma Martin Amidu pa because the master no okay but I'm not like that atasa baby no kwenda no idea ka because nanka san it begins the we still taxpayers yes ka
Martin Amidu
yes because say market 20,000 investigation on could take 2 years. The 4.5 million airbus so they take how long?
Or can publicly say institutions, you know, getting information from them is difficult.
For Masam Nana.
There be for every assembly ODP.
On the make sure the case was magic bribe 20,000. Yeah? Will take in 2 years. And so no airbus 4.5 million will take how long? Not today, you be 10 years so. Then it means that you can be efficient but not effective. As I say, you can be efficient but not effective because when I see and was it done one more car, one more BBS to petrol boom, case couple ND. Not a now bomanco, a number. Abomanco, and so I know Sanchez a year BB Pro never care. And John Pozzi, your corner for the Akan. Never one more 10-story building, we say, said Abrasan Cassi. The first staff goom, no one starts corruption in Juban. And you. You're supposed to employ people for logistics. We now at your disposal, and you are never accusing you of human there or you're corrupt. I don't get it.
So where do we go for corruption? The way
no, I mean IGP. What manage you mean? Sorry, Nezi. Anamba. IGP. We use example.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Woman accoutrements. Woman BBO here. It's all year. Within 3 months, we're seeing something. Anamba. Ndebo police visibility ukite true with your vantage point with the modom was in them first time modom na no into dan me to them na police wo modom Ghana ha atasa e bia no wo no wo mo is
no is not to stop the corruption.
No, remember example. I'm giving you an example. No modom nya o but ya lock one. Na ntru ni nyina na ya park go na no mo gbetu. But I give people we use into it's deterring about crime. Okay? Applying to special prosecutor. No so woman bibia the woman done employing crofo for ngum for one ejuma for 2 years now on. You never did it. And now where you want there you are supposed to stop corruption and amoba. Na dem zaman nyina was mo na ye e wi na blame you pako no o ze ejuma mam de corrupt. Me wa wo no wo mo the phone crofo. Why down phone crofo say phone crofo 50 pu and 100 na employ one no work ejuma whistleblowers where no what the government has stop na and channel was some but one kasa I then if you I negligent or so why do you accuse the person who employed you? I don't get it.
And say I mean where was he getting his supervision? Is another question in Ghana.
He was he's independent. Independent what is available for him to employ people. Woman done also be no sir. We informed also on call.
And despite we independent no one ejuma. Say Bianca say something happened quicker than what it
the way you need that.
Hey, so to say a private business I will be running like that. So say who are private business and not in government. That's any pan in ejuma. Would you let the person continue or would you sack?
Oh, so honestly, minimum president Najin and the two no. Oh yeah,
special running the country the same way we run our own business.
No, you see, he's an independent body. Independent body, no. Okay. I'm an ejuma also
as first year, not your second year, not your 10. Now what you say, you can be independent in Tino, or ejuma crown on anymore. Well, we sleep on
I do know there in the same vein, say a catch a president, we president Kiyineza. Which I want maybe some question the president interfere na papa no independent anamoba because or independent no president from one man timeless
the system no they ever working I think Ghanaian want that
but or independent one or independent president management no on your president no man timelines as how he deals with crime and other cases opening on no determine how obe investigation as I nti ya hwe ne ya measure sisi akisi ejabia ba because this is the first time we've had independent special prosecutor of Ghana.
There was question me about Kisi Japan.
Okay, the
statement or yeah, we are
no. Into first time or yeah, Martin Amido. First ever I mean the or special prosecutor. Into there's no benchmark I na some bottom. But I mean use as example, Mr. 20,000 will take you over 2 years. Into me we put as a nice or a friend or a issue of identity now man able case every case no issue of identity was stop now presidents or more cars or more than we go ever spend no employing of ni na ye human way no corruption was to ase and ye na blame crop intimacy ye ntwen kisi jaben so aba no so ye ntwenism na is a measure tool na ye binya conclusion ho
I think instead of say a measure tool you ever say which effectiveness they happen
exactly
rather than measuring it.
Exactly.
Now, Kisi Jabe make a statement when you're in a post, no. Now, or say that he is not immature to assume that he is coming to stop corruption in Ghana, and that God Himself cannot acclaim or do that.
Yes.
But He will make it very
unattractive.
Yeah, costly. For Obi Abeso engage in corruption.
That's right.
Now, making the statement that God Himself will not do that. Do you think, say I ube ye jumana say nyame kura ntimi yes sir.
Oh, that be said.
Are you saying say would you give a job to say I would now interview Obi privately for the job? Then if no say ahana meba no. Enya dia metima me promise bibia. Say metima bibia. Na imbi kura nyame kura no ontimi nyesa. Would you give your job, private job, to such a person?
Yes. First of all, corruption no. Kisi jabi no.
Nipa no onya nshasi ekura no. He saying say me angel.
Question matter so.
Yeah, me angel.
No, one kind of no.
That indirectly.
David, for your member. Kisi jabi no until the ebia some phone compare to Attorney General, what about say cases they no go over. I don't know how I'm going to explain it to my watchers, but President appointing as independent body. On the cases they know. Sancho Oban also 5,000 corruption cases. So our target be to meter. Then Okadmas may nebisa them questionnaire. No, maybe be send 5,000. Why there them no more 5,000 cases? I hear able to mezuma, I hear into mezo. But he's trying to say that corruption is open-ended. Or baby or chapel baby. It is Zoba no doorstep. Another no will still blowers. One obako botchin no baba. And I know that say Enyeska who's kapuno aye properties will baby. They're able to come and then ask how Abia Efado is in can. The other thing is that say if you are related to a politician, them the men to scope no soon. Potata sa. Into academa, we just the president for the time for corruption from Adam time no. And it is true a fact. Corruption I come my way. Britain a corruption yam pocho. America maybe a corruption but how you bring it down? And no into being your kada starting or be 5,000 cases and also moon to 5,000. No. It is what comes to his doorstep and then also call or now so then he's going to make it unattractive or costlier. It is, I think it's a good explanation, and I would rather prefer this statement into or exceed expectation now. Me happen say mama. But all Babakada mutas could you talk?
Yeah, or by how many months from April?
Yes.
This year was in October. Anything has happened?
Minim or say I are case no. I shall discontinue Anambwa. How long did it take a Martin to discontinue the case? About 2-3 years. Anambwa. In Tono Indention. Mindo or no so or Ugru in Ejma. I mean or independent in team. Most of my case one Anamoba. And the case in your name Abakanam praise. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get a result based on merit. Atasa. Minim da me yashin pede yendam. It is so ono baby or con I don't know Karamaka. So on cross of Maka. But my point means that such a president or man not 5,000 cases. The Kaya not a president Nanks will goof because you are independent. Why them and timelines and them and targets? Because our president Nankas upon ono super to my investigate to Anamoba. Into all we're saying is that he said he's going to make it unattractive or costlier for you to indulge in illegality. I think on the whole idea yet has need to them costly and unattractive burden and about my whistleblowers. One to maybe I know what questionnaire be. I told her no I questionnaire and by doing so you're deterred from actually going into illegality. But the man are intangible because as deterrents out to 20 will be anti corruption on recorded there machine because we're detailed. I think that's how along the lines I mean them costly some matters so far.
Now we young kasa about medical facilities in Ghana. Do you think the medical facilities in Ghana no? What do you think about it? Do you think say okay? Your hospital system, your health system.
Okay, me that's it. Into CCR, and honestly, able to die comparisons. Dan be near Abanibi. Na ambulance 50 po yenyibi. But Abanibi be nya 309 ambulances. Potatasa. Into ono po yembonsu ma President Akufo-Addo because abuche we. First it be a ambulance anu aba anambwa. CCR crown oyekra. Phone number no be afraid do geographically we able to check the one before yenye them system on the ambulance yera utumba forward ko free important yenye them na hospitals eka healthcare baby amepede yendru yet living in this country and going back to Ghana. I think that yendru yet but foundational omampina session which is the right direction because NHIS and the President Kufa onona wab obea opohen NDC ben NHIS were running down because one word was obey 110 premium project here which was infeasible. Obey so all on to bukun nanado dan Kufa do ben it's got 1.2 billion but he paid it off. Now ye no echo them agenda 111 no abe COVID bay President share vision also dabi COVID bay say it could be today UK Italy, nipa for 40,000 or 2 we cover the one power best facilities now. Then Ghana, then you prepare your way. Into what he did was that was yen 88 yen phone call 111 Kruma Hunter was yen trauma center bi o mpoho worenye bi obi anya bi. I want to see it happening, then we'll be on the right about the path into healthcare yerka yendu baby one, but I think it's better because other areas are share.
You think it's better now? Do you think, say, or have you, any member of your immediate family travel to abroad for medical assistance, and if so, why?
No. My family member be uncle, but every day I can access medical care.
Okay.
But obi be kada or a politician or but some ha number. For 20 years, we share taxes.
We have medical care for this country abroad. It could be USA, it could be Canada. Most Ghanaian civil servants and MPs, will use abroad for medical, even though they yet Ghana and they're supposed to assess it to make an example for us. Have you assessed or your family assessed such services?
Mama me we see mommy 2 weeks. Mama me 37 no cray. And then we going to try it or show mommy that 37 2 weeks. Okay. But mama no at Switzerland. At mutum ashe no aba. Oni nchedo ya baniska. Because in them be bunde your system no ye nkodo. Because we beat them okay 2 years ago announce some no ben. I mean mala muchom tikito na maba course of me or Bristol University PhD also about £30,000 a number. Man me me fees. Man scholarship. Mo full plane my bay na mo course could not way a town hall meeting. Mo could be no be able to video and this new also the taxpayers but na gano be adu was taxpayer but one taxi. It was a private my bay. Mo come school hana metene but asa nti sisi a ne pia me mpo sisi a kira na me free GP because I have a GP here. But 20 years with your taxes, so I can access healthcare. Until some of them will be who them abba NHS. Which your photo I Charles Bissue abba now or year no abba hospital and be so better so gullible on taxi. No what I be. I think I have no idea from case by case. Your MPSP or what once Wotumbaha will be today Eugene Wache MP for Subin. No sort of her. He was MPP secretary here. Number one.
But as I say, NHS acting illegally or legally.
He lived there.
Uba no be assessed without a private. Is he acting legally? Because
no, but are you a resident?
Can you hold a government position in Ghana? Ube hold you now, sir. Ube sir, I keep.
If you hold a British passport, then you can't.
Okay.
So, by if you have an indefinite leave with a Ghanaian passport, the passport defines you. But in time, make it a passport.
I think the Ubesa repeat here because a lot of people may be only understanding about that.
And so, first of all,
or stay Oklahoma, like you were saying.
Yes.
Indefinite leave, they can still hold position in Ghana. Is that what you
can? Yes. So, British passport to join army. I think Article 94 of our Constitution, minister, police, judges, and one to me, because you have to owe allegiance to the country. Britain, Ghana, Asia, Ghana passport, who do you go? Dual citizenship. But indefinite, passport no define Ghana passport. Only two a hold position. And me more had nanche me naturalize it me jam because me don't pedamoko for MP. Ono na Abu Sakande there's no be problem. This issue of Jomoro. For the seat no so there's no about another nationality only as a quarter means the oncher and a Canadian one no also ascend one no so that's how it is. Into that one was the passport that the person held into meaning the Ghanaian passport na aba net na 20 years also check taxes nibi because mean there old baby eba baka 2 years and sana access in the maybe mobile. I don't know or it's a school or you idea share but I'm saying that metra some banam is okay. My doctor no sham the dad on. Me pedam because when you medical history. On my point I'm to be able to make chat. We try on Charles Bissue in the social media. On the one now what's Ghana when you correct or you no about breach. But I explain as no be afa. On an example the 2019 in March town hall meeting war Wood Green. remember mo try way party for no betrem bi we are next day mo ko Bristol no be try no so taxpayers no ko fa jezi but asa until question e bisa there it is right is it right there or no it's not right there ebia yin na ye wo but asa now the
question either one so mo ko abroad ko seek for medical attention no it's better say omo be show example to for us as a country
odu baby a ebia na wa hospital odu baby what's one to me show into a day then echo outside of the country.
Is it not even more reason for the government to search for doctors almost those areas to be in the country?
Yes, on the way, mobile, on the mature the 111 I joined the 111 hospitals no call or yet but every day some more honors okay the be known to me from my baha or ya mean my then young father or minister let's say most of the people want to member outside or affordability but because they be on to me give support number on to one farmer scouts bokwa shown for reason. So I'm saying that yes, government so I do provide them, but say I mean mere politician na among some about brother but politics don't. You see what we do is that the fact that politics in no their whole life be a lead in AJ but as I mean sisian some am kitam private car na menam kroma o pa na musunson because we be for the politics kind of akoto but meanwhile no ye ba ban scan na minyan po and then uswa because me a private person I'm able to do my own businesses but but our ban make that point in a business or they declare office of profit and so you are restricted in the things you do but ono no dey educate yeah because kroma dey politicians ni be so ha no so ha otum ko holiday anamoba so bi ha ot kroma no ontum ko holiday but or council flat or today and people make that statement here the hair nyo or politicians we to mako Monaco waka chill waba they say it here. All I'm saying is that them social amenities we as politicians must provide them for our people, but in the same vein say a politician inti that's what to afford but no I don't see a problem with it so long as uncle for abaniska but uncle for uncle corrupt and Adam no abortion that is a different matter. In front of a politician no here, then they push our foot to the boom. Because politicians, they are well to do. And some of them, politicians and Crawford Kawasam, they be on Monala.
That's doctors for Ghana. It makes the lay people now only kind to trust on our system. Say, on for example, you are diagnosing, say, if you are seeing they may not even have the money and it may not meet the free NHIS criteria.
Yeah.
Then politicians are only trampling no qua. I think then what is the message we are giving?
No, but I think well, point I'm making first of all, let me reiterate. More point in there, yes, the politicians, government of the day must provide these social amenities.
Okay.
Nasa onto what to abaman, dombra, anambwa. Inti onto mkade, so politicians so no say, menya malaria and tomorrow London no asham. But I had malaria but won't treat to anamoba. So more heart problem. No what's a heart bypass. If you are kolibu, there's a backlog. The family is okay. You go to me a chair. One family car. In the same way, we also on your politician, but no family to chair. More than so we are talking about Yerba want to win San Yer what Ghana. No, Waba Richard. I know you don't question a patcher. But the Obo to ask San Ghana sets up playing the next Babucha. For me, it doesn't make sense. In the same vein, Emmy said, in front of me, about UK, because Matsanaha, if you are Nebuchadnezzar, you have not time. But Obisu Burmese consumer, because I remember me, America, or not America. Oh, Obia was a hair on Onion San to Aqua America, but a whole not saying, fitting more for Bubu. I want an enemy want to, or pedobe and the mammy no. But politically, no be so often there. That's what I'm saying that we need to educate ourselves. On here, the major Hoppuna Munsu, no, it's Sashi water. Obiba to the politician, why, and to then Voltic, because we play with people's intelligence in this political thing. But to conclude, I'm saying that it is the job of the government to provide these things for the citizenry.
Thank you. Now, me person can be big crafra about Merikuduka.
Okay.
I guess you are Mr. But what can you say? They say more fine kakra.
No, it's kind of canon, sir. So statement be bent. I read the statement.
Oh yes.
And I'll read the statement. No bianti, no bianco bianza.
Okay. Okay. Are we in good terms with him?
Yes, we talk. We are fine.
We are
fine. But me the interview no do of they health some. Yeka mo Ghana for. As I said, I'm not we are fine. We talk. BBI is fine. So I don't think that would take the
because
shine.
Obi testament. They wanted to know.
Into Bayano, but I will not spend too much time on that because I can't. Ghana in healthcare, infrastructure.
Yes.
That means I'm gonna say
now a TF for not by pursue
BBI fine.
Only in the relationship today.
BBI fine.
You're fine.
You know. Now question maybe saying now what can and son. So that my John Ejino Honor will be Kobe. But I say
to quite Bamu.
But say I will in you on a statement bay into our in you as a count and son. Into Bono Bio also cool as there or can and son. But it wasn't on your damn story in the sort of
now yanka a yikakra about face the country youth or Ghana to see out and social media a call about face the country normal raise a lot of things, you know, say it be a lack of potable water or your chrome for people to drink, inadequate school blocks, poor roads near there, you know, kakra one by one depending on the obetimi kakra obetimi aka
fix the country some young funny in ambo on the fix the country man support makambi make fix the country they all fixing the country hopes na do any new group they say some fix the country with the ya pede as no work no where you need now one document
yes
no so ma bande net na ebe not today na ye budu ha but so therefore we want you to do it but fix the country to akede so be na man can show to have data yeah no show wrong process here or aban no why or jack where are you approach no way every government was voted into the power into help of affairs to fix things in the country and I believe the government is doing the same. It doesn't mean that in some will be some onye legitimate it is, but I believe that some of them group now be were mischievous. I a document so 100 pages are na ban better na brana ashum no so okay my manifesto no while some na can be a 60% to into aka 40% then 40% in year because roads are working me care there oye finance minister obeka bibi there you wrote nya ekere your cost $10 billion and you know you and I know that you need them scan system mobile. If we don't have $10 billion, say you can do your scan me a router. Not today. The economy baby is shutting now. Most of the places now. A corner so can do your name for $1 billion in year. Ebia areas bia fix the country for baba be jan aka che oh aye kwa benyanze na Kumasi as afford na year. So onyo be jakwara you. So they need to put it into a document. What is your fix the country for in any akacha abaninsim the them documents until after the end of the 4-year term no it's on our measure ban because if you sit down with the government and the ban be easy it's not feasible. This is not feasible within the 4-year term. So you all agree but as I said but more you see said next year so ban fix okwani pio or you jume next year so more akapi bibu foforo no that no issue so we'll be going around the circle. So I think I do codify as I was here and want to ban in the manifesto so because manifesto na ban I don't or the Ghana for the one to man and so number for fix the country document could not be not to Ghana for
example what talk about poor road maybe or then they talk about inadequate housing beds. For example, talk about hospital. Maybe a beds any or enough beds. Now I'm talk about inadequate school blocks.
Yes.
Say on Kolanso no with me.
But on the mature day inadequate school blocks no. Say you start free SHS no double tracking.
Yes.
In the double tracking no muju akufum. So the government is doing something. But the ma obey o jack where are you? Your school blocks you are about catch on and answering school phone more from an woman and want to do more bro. And I'm saying that let's put it on in a document. Have a date with the government. Government so for fix the countries now. Not your door to manifesto but as about no actually the manifesto you can okay you can because now it's like a new manifesto that's coming from them. And most of the people and this is Shechi no we turn called when you fix the country. I don't know. I mean it's calm Morocco no the gentleman be or about for trotro one sachet water no no also to got him okay sachet water into abandon so pile up choker nsunu nkobium no aflad ho anamoba emme stopping them catching them fix the country confirm me to onyi in started or shisha maroba that abandon for dustbin in so okay abandon for dustbin in so into abandon for dustbin in so into they choke gatan but luckily enough trotro move catching on yarden no for to trotro the mates no do baby abaze dustbin wa no hidden or that too but in the same vein fix the country for ebi obi mpo na mo bondo be the man's born to ganche no obetwuma akọ because of your abandon responsibility. That's why I'm saying that as someone can if you do not legitimate but one form to document no you should do manifesto no ma but keja TV do and the keja be demonstration na placard na placard ni nyama nyina no ebi kwa no manifesto no to be able to make there BBS inti or fix the country. That's all I'm saying.
Now looking at a 2024 ahead, you know, have the MPP got a united front towards the 2024? We'll be there now with Bawumia and then Alan Chamati.
So on your long continue Matido we name Odosu inti Sisiano party dum be mo bia amfa form but ye ka hu na. Yes, the party has a united front as we speak. Today the elections be up. But as we speak, you know, so President Akufo-Addo no. So the party is united. Why? Because Sanchez, Yako Prime Minister, Yako Presidential Prime Minister, another party, united front. Maybe you foresee something, but I don't foresee that because one, Upiara or party. AKJMB a job position in there either you win or you lose and to say lose now be the Q nature what time boss in the same manner you start a polling station constituency electoral areas polling station electoral areas constituency region and sani akonacha ye executives you are and sani akọ presidential and parliamentary and them it as we speak under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo I see a united front. If you are subsequent to that, we are and Obakari Yemacha. But honestly, MPPs, I mean, we are all the time. I dear Koto Abana in and party in the Yakumendo.
Thank you. Last town hall meeting, diaspora town hall meeting, I was Wood Green, now hobby. And then a gentleman was asking why he was there. And if he was there on the ticket of the taxpayers or on your own. Wait me, I clarify that because most people in the UK know. Then there was even, rescreening, Omega Live TV. Rescreening. And there was videos going around about it. And nobody have heard anything from you about it.
Okay.
I think just to clear the air, for people to know why he was there.
The gentleman, I don't know job. I don't know one question. So we got to do it. Chicken fish and chips.
Very nice.
On America, they politics. You took Yazibia. On what money. If you that time, I a hero. But eventually it doesn't even help the country. On the academy, me and PhD or Bristol. One on your government scholarship, Mala Namizim then mobile muchamazi. Them PhD me a topic for but on my paying the Jumani Shamans and Namis no. The Tubone Sweden for but Norway, Malawi for but no obey why Japofi and one was the K was it. You cross South Africa, any President Craig. Also there Ramaphosa. Also there community mining I sat in as chairman. May show them community mining documents and alternative life. I sat in it. Roadmap and I led the team to write that. Now your crown was say South Africa. One deputy minister for mines, the president was South Africa, Cape Town. Also wants to start community mining in there. Maybe one diamond galamsey no friends Zamazama. Where your pilots and I'm so wow. It's my bear and me change my course no. Now me started my Bristol me towards sustainable development in the small scale mining sector. It's man and me my bad. No more school. No more step aside from galamsey and some. It's my ba mucho mark school. No way yaze. No more so moko because party for P. I mean, I'm a member of the UK branch. I'm so much into Bunda delegation. Some delegation and Jamatana mobile. Godfrey Damio, Kojo Ponkroma, Pius, and they were the government officials. Obey. As I say, Bissue, yes, majority leader. When you obey, number better on. As I say, maybe better on. The monk of Indian, one what to swear me to us in the public gallery. No should be keke. We were minimum yanko for ya catch up keke. No, obey the me. See, eventually, na nasa something you know on your car. Moba, on your car, gentleman or doba. No, me assure they be a politics into no the demand. But then politics, so it do be no dollar to Jacobs or president for no capanicho. There, and some be a Kantian. And I believe that I know he's a young guy, obey the man or DJ hero, but but me and Castle there or politics into Akushibia a bed you busy because you a Ghana near Chichin. We don't have a spare Ghana ISB. There be some crucial about young politics United Front. I mean there Obia so I say party in grassroots. Yes. I am someone that want any grassroots. I'm some jammy a grassroots person. Because yeah, come mukum krasi anamba. Major me and other mukum you want interact nazi. I feel that rather no one was where grassroots work from grassroots. There are people who feel marginalized. Okay. They feel marginalized within the party. Because obi wow we krasi or to a party, but okay the position team. No yeah grassroots and people are misconstruing the grassroots to be maybe a polling station for obi ono a cocoa farmer. Dr. Kwekwe Free. Minister for Environment, a grassroots person. Because if you also naughty, but a medical doctor, are you saying that because of in grassroots? So I feel that one feel will be feel marginalized, but marginalization also ebia onye abazi, onye deliberate. Or feel there, ebia education sunim, or feel the party na ba power, or the busumbi onye skebi or to nuko tokum, or there you find ways and means that you make sure that these marginalized people feel included. The benefits will be no so a jumorium for parting benefits will be no. On your day, be a best so abanis kazaman, but one or two beer on one can of TV do about Shayaman. I mean, 1 hour cup grassroots in the Mignoni because Mutum 3 days or 2016 Mukwa Bia is Bia West. Bekato Yeri Banche, Nina, be in Chum, but TV. So, because I mean, no. And one thing I hate is that politics will be all quick crash one we have picture. No that picture nature that John the winch on for Bramoba. It will be so I mean Mutum Mapa, ma be majuma. And Obi Mutum Bosol Minu Mabo film New Bacassa. The Tibo park nodon. Na Zayan or ya some new coffee, but I mean Obi to him the Minua Baba. And I believe that's how we have to do it because showmanship say I use political strategy and I went there. Send on a more position no ammunition and mobile. What strategy nti mokro Cape Coast another mokro empano minya far for kaka saying na me twa photo na me about to Facebook na obi anhwem me adwuma you post small no ono na ede kaka che na adwuma ye mobile na za ye report na your report but as it one e ma aba ha minya far for na so na ndi susu ba for which wa akoda Charles Bissue no akonya afar for na kasenti no why use the intelligence Charles Bissue obe okaden okay yam fan them can you I believe we need to look at these things well as officers of the party say yeko na eke yejuma onye de bia is out to Facebook and the social media no che de yejuma one was small one a report to them
I atief one ba ko person say yeti abrochire ha What's harder? When you work with hours.
Yes.
And you get paid. Now you Chrome or in Africa, no. Obi beti ma kwadwuma no pa. Obey 12 hours for the same pay.
Yeah.
For the month. And a lot of young people, or a lot of people are struggling even to get jobs.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time in the 21st century? Say a system, no, you better reflect on that, so that yes, in the 21st century we will move forward, because we are abusing the people, including even from since 1957 the government.
Okay, matter say, I think some minimum companies be aware hourly work.
Okay.
Me, if I'm right, I mean they be a Vodafone. Them companies who are about for phone, where you be, but ECA civil servants now, they've always been salaried workers. Okay. Ikrumas you civil servants were salaried workers, and I'm over.
Yeah. And you get toil.
You get what?
Your hours, although it's salary, is work on the hourly rate. However, if you have to work over your time, you will take time off to make those time. So you will have a contract, say, be our hours here, 37 hours. Yes,
37.5 hours. That's 9 to 5. Mobile. Yes. On what to calculate over the year. To be our threshold or what the when they not calculation was here. I think the same thing applies. When they got your minimum wage or your but you see, in the economy, they were not it's not in tandem with the remuneration edgy at the end of the month. To be already 2,000, but the number 5. I didn't choose school fees now. We use the free SHS, but we a honey PFO. But I have no so you were salaried workers. Well, a lawyer, or car, or a flat rate. Ghana civil servants now, what's one? Say, I introduce the major humanities our hourly rate now. Well, and been was a management one and on phone share and mobile. No, I'm to stretch hours in the power. I don't know. And
customs no
very rough. What's there? I'm casting each other. Some time ago, if you had a mocro, Ghana, Nam Key is a more ports. That was over 10 President Kufone time. Namu cray, Mickey in the mouth. Namini Yanku bring you cray. Mini bring you cray na customs officer. I start to about delay. Fitana pa mocrohon. Also, Arba. It's Sana Mamashi. Most of the British system, Namadam. Mamashi, Mentasa de. Wait, into Mubufu. No, I could be no. Sada Padnija, Croucher Bay 11:30, or catch up or lunch waba. Or lunch about 3 o'clock. Oben also Munko. No pota cabin Bissue, Munko chase canama. Mukra na, one of which is canamon, so a can graphic. No, Bissue to or Numekutu. So what's Muchis cano abe GC net. Wabobe 4:55, it's about 5, quarter to. Also Numekutu. Oh. It's Sky Brabant, butcher duty. It's a jig focus system. No, okay, we have them better or more. You know, and why Jiscan or Babano. Into them you pay. So you churn hourly rate. About not be urban. About stretch hours, no in over time. Today, I started a message. I catch you have in your promotion with you number because 7.5 hours day. One of them scan 400 phones per hour. On normal, Ghana for pure. Me only age more, but testify that be paying all. And nobody understood why. Me John, you know, some them so 50 minutes there, but prano two scan phones about 150. I believe that's a make clean my surroundings. Next about quarter to 2 pono kadamunga. What you ask? No, say take him and then promote this guy. Set him in the office. The mentality na mikita, but obiya kita the mentality na Dabi, gani no about tro pen cra. Also pen yomba. But not stretch hours. But I believe we'll get there because there's a deficit in employment in Ghana. Under President Kuma on is it? The population is 6 million. Time Abrafono James Kappa, 10 million donation to another country. Secretary in crew manambwa. At the time, Otumbo state owned agencies be Black Star Line, Black Stars, the airline. And then we had so many state farms. They. Now, under President Rawlinson, diversity implementation committee, we good them companies in mobile. We never replaced it. Over, I think about 120 companies. We never replaced those companies. Nigeria privatized one, but Britain, time you're on a leyland, British Gas. When you're not a government, and mobile Rover Nazina. But before warrior privatization, there's somebody out there waiting on the other side, waiting to take over. Until there's no employment deficit. So I bet to look back at Krabi and Amoba. Once over to women's come on cutting fee, but years and on to them until that deficit has affected the country over the years. Now, meaning the new 1D, 1FR, under President Akufo-Addo, Yenye, first day one pay. Near Commander Sugar Factory, the most famous sugar factory in the whole world. I won't produce sugar. And they over 104 under this government. 5 years, 104 about the 1D, 1F. We create jobs about, I think, over 13,000 or 30, I think 13 or 30 something thousand. It's good. We are getting there. And I believe that, I mean,
one district, one factory, no. Is it the government creating it? And I say the banks, the people have to go to the banks and get loans. And some even have to put their houses as security to get loans.
Okay.
So, because, as I said, Abama Nipani Hulu.
Yeah.
Obi will take one district, one factory.
Okay.
You will, Nkofubiro, Abu, Chombesom Kotrash.
Okay.
I am Pesum Koyejuma. Obi so Okoye. They say, Omfani fear was senior day. MBC,
yeah.
Sana, what you mean loan from the bank.
Them questions now, they be some no, also, Obi a text there. Obi confidence I yeah fine you bon command down them microphone one pay the man bokodo atasa 1D 1F because me pay the money anuma you were hadin you bokoya ke bi
expand
exactly. The 1D 1F
process of someone being able to go and get that or engage in that business.
Okay, 1D 1F first of all government need create environment why that hadi or so do we also want to mortgages and mobile first time buyers mobile or incentives be in startup them no and the 1D 1F no government no create environment so that in there all my tax exemptions all machinery ever buy set up and duty free for you to set up. 2 banks no government no Ministry of Trade or banks are or participate in it what more them loan but every loan side here collateral and mobile. Collateral is important because we were system will be able to access the loan or bank also the ejuma the wages can mobile into one can say him there sadina ye be ni ya say issue even though it's a risk important into on your aspect but I believe that the most important thing the government no my incentives for you to grow
because abai and survey we need collateral but they may have a creative idea of doing business, even better than Obi Krabi or Kreska. But they cannot go in because on this but at the same time the government is saying 1D 1F.
But Pocho, I had a soon. So be or coin to or loan not the enter business one do collateral.
I know it depends on how much the person
what
is
should I credit worthy but
if
a company. If it's for the company, we need to look into that.
That's it. If it's for business, they may not necessarily be a collateral on it, but like government
viability.
Support, so, for example, covered by people have been supported. Business is being supported with some money that even payment.
But that was done in Ghana.
But what I'm trying to say is that 1D 1F, the way it's being sell to the public, Do you think that there is a need for more explanation? Say. I didn't know you say 1D 1F, but you say 15 years now, you. I say when your baby, I saying.
Yeah, on the mature into 1D 1F now, but there's 104 in the system. Them 104, where then would do her because that what take boxes be boxes now. Only the sorry, I na abadebia, remember my baby. Mpochata any business acumen because two a setup business to collapse. So no man na erbun from but if you had one, you move to 104. I believe it's a starter, and I believe that's a Ministry of Trade. Why? They're okay, government through the government. What my incentives? So company at $10 million and at 10 million cedis. They are participating banks, Ministry of Trade, go to Mama and you want Casa, and also Ako into it. It doesn't have to be 1D 1F alone. I mean, there are trade ministry or resource centers across the country for other small businesses. 1D 1F is a bigger one, but there are small to medium scale businesses and also trade ministry. Trade ministry website they have a 10-point agenda. And so it's for us to actually read these things. Questions, but resource centers to work across the country. These resource centers are for people within that locality to go and ask about business viability or business advice be situating them. The government is doing all these things for us. And the them no ya abrochira po na ye moba abrochira pe dey business e ko kaja advice na moba. Now we have them in Ghana are able to me INT. So be pedoka it's on all your individual cases on your bia sorry doko. I have a gentleman oba ye be ya no bam amofa. Otokra obey also pede oy BB 1D1F. Na me nkro Madam Gifty Kudedo that time no your coordinator. Your crea also pede rice production udiamuna. And there no monorton. We could be Kumasi or from Western Dedo.
Okay.
Atasa. This is a young guy. Okay, minim so unyo maybe some collateral some another day. But unya incentives from the government and the package is beautiful in Orton. So in the same vein, ebi so obi o nationals maybe okra agric sector. And most of us are not going into agric. But a young person went into it and he's succeeding now.
Mention agric in a good because poultry. Feeding process very, very difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but Obiaba also okay, piggery. Okay,
is the government aware of the difficulties poultry farmers are facing in Ghana, especially chicken farmers?
In what sense, Pacho?
The feeding process is very expensive.
So you see,
one bag is sold at 100 and.
So from what you've just told me, then it means that there's an avenue for somebody to set up a 1D1F under for feeding a mobile that area. So there's a gap. It will be so filled.
What the government needs to do is to support the corn production, the corn farming, so that there will be more corn in the system.
But what you're planting for food and jobs, no? Corn can one number.
If you speak to a lot, Uko Ghana, one of the areas are Mowetime, Ama, Omashe, in particular.
Okay.
In agric, feeding process for poultry, very expensive.
So it's an area that you want the government to look at. A lot of
people are minimum crano are collapsing in that area because so and cocoa about even 5,000 a day, to feed them production, and aqua monopoly, of the feeding, and a lot of places selling it. And I think it's time as a government share.
On your BBA na minim interview number, but Muntum Academy in BBA, me a poultry da. So what I can do is that actually poultry poor my bamunko me, by just large scale them.
Yes.
In terms of me broker and other and 1 year, but what I can say is that BB them yet or there's a agric ministry.
Yes.
Information item is
area I saw I think that a challenge for a lot. A lot of people talking to me about it.
No, my main there. Normally, okay, company couldn't be sorted as a mama. I'm agric minister and say, about London, they didn't okay into
if it's a Nippon almost visit the Krana, they can visit and see themselves and use it on reflection as a learning. Economy, you can't say because it means why are they very well done.
Now the mark, but so them other viewers don't mark them.
Oh yes,
that's how I mark my mom 12 over 10.
And they say now we take calls and our public and okay. Economy, Ghana economy. CBC court is saying youth talk about employment. Nancy Anna made a video about vacancy in immigration. Sebe onkolani si jwane no ni papa gu ho no. Na me ko na Ghana Nancy Anna in me kokko me mama ye in August no. Na me ko bank na ye nam so me ko commercial bank na QB am ko hu ye pa o mo go to forms. Any ade na ke so ti mo say the number of vacancy and the forms work Kumasi Accra just different places too much. So the number of people chasing jobs too much. What is happening in terms of government strategy to support this area of work?
I think most of the things in answer to this question are captured in most of the things like 1D1F, the private sector, the deficit of about 120 companies are diversify Bonsa Thai State Farm. No ye juma before that job obutuma from Crawford, but it's a deficit. Now, Yimbi say on that time no President Akufo-Addo Ben as at that time see war 104 1D1F we employ about 13,000 or so people. I think it's a step in the right direction. I want us to see more of that, the private sector. 2, I mean, yeni anum kakramana na mo from na World Cup kejuma wo to ka wo to forms na and the digitalization aba mobile money wo ho if I don't to former you can do that electronically cheno boko akoso like we just the urban them form so non refundable I believe so until now they also like na we nya so anis cash we nya adwuma I think on trade until future no maybe them feel them security.
Why do we sell phones? No, sir. This is the question I want to find out. Say, Chroma, who could pay Juma? Nipa no one, only or no, you're unemployed, only ska. No, be a couple of Siako phones. Or
exactly. I disagree.
Why are they selling the phones?
I disagree.
What is the reason?
I disagree, and I can't answer because I know I did be someone more war them area in Pochata, sir. On the nature there, yen youth no, Sabio no, Sancho ye. Forms no in the tournament in the first place. Number 2, so obokosa, why don't you do it through Momo? Number 3, no, oko through anyway in Jumanusa. Another problem. Into employment deficit or man, just the man paying economy in the world. Last year, Ghana was the fastest growing economy. Ghana was the fastest recipient of foreign direct investment in sub-Saharan Africa. The COVID pain and OYP few. Until me 2020, Memfanka years no, because Britain was shut, everywhere was shut. Baby, you do now. I hope there you be innovative, you create more jobs. Na youth no when you be here. But you see, one F no happen. Mama, you na young kade for there managerial jobs because we need to move to the technical side. Because under one F on not far. Don't pay.
Things we need to. It's time I change the system. Be. You share foreigners by your crew. On Saha, we have Bissue idea. Now we are a buying a crab as well. Or my own crater. Now, depending on the course,
exactly skilled labor.
So our offices are no way so be free here England and I say America no way or chemistry or those like and there are certain technical subjects information technology other ones and other ones. Okay. What are we doing to encourage foreigners to bring competition in our country so our skill base will be improved to help because and also second one investors so we see say diaspora which they were going round a lot in fact I attended a few of them in Nottingham and many other places. Nipa baba Ghana no road in here.
Infrastructure.
Yes. Security a problem.
Yeah.
High risk of attack.
Yeah.
In that sense, I prevented that person or background now one here be packed no man why no asako. What can be done? Because if this is not addressed, young quiet skill base may not be enough.
Okay, that's the question. I think I captured it in another dampari. I'm more bonabado here. Police, a human. No way, you human. The way efficient, but to some extent, for me, they went effective. Now I am seeing effective policing in Ghana. Okay, into tourists, warba, there's no war ratio because Echo Junction, you know, the soldier police for being John Kita rifle
or check on for now. No, Obi akola kofadie. I said I came across 18-year-old girl. Okoko fadie. Okubi adie. Ye cheno no. They have to take taxi and put her in the taxi to take her to police station. Because omo for police for no. Omo so omo ma suyo to police. They won't go.
Okay.
Omo na ese omo do omo call. One, risky because omo do call no na se bibi ono ho.
Yeah.
And 2, omo ko duru ha. They have to fight police for keep on 1-2 days. They say idea number you be release the system it is all young children.
System na not a Ghana do. But you be saying under President John Mahama the cars are in the police for under Kufado 200 Toyota Camry will release over 200 or so. Nancy was in a release in the police for helicopter. helicopter or police. In the Ghana police, we used drones. In the Ghana police, we were CCTV cameras, vantage points in the country. Now, I'm not watch one or your CCTV camera. No, you see. When we were doing that, in comparison to a country like Nigeria, when we're high risk, Nigeria high risk because we're kidnapped. Where they are
so they are in Ghana. A lot of them are in Ghana.
They're in Ghana, but on them, the deterrent.
Why a high risk, and then they are in Ghana.
Yeah, because ECOWAS, but within that sovereignty called Ghana, on them police service, hitherto but was it effective? Now it is effective. I'm seeing effective policing in Ghana now. Into armed robbery in Obokofum. Yeah, sometime back, the Western region, crime rate in the whole Ghana, on no all from so kidnapping 3 girls now were kidnapped on autocracy. As I said, on a one of crime, but as the number of victims, Western region will low. But it depend on the nature of crime. Now, echo on Dominion, which is the one of foreigners whereby investors whereby will both share abazi risk in terms of other countries, and they will realize that Ghana is one of the best countries or a safe haven. Now, everybody knows Edukruma say maybe a business and he able protect you. A down a journalist be of Britain bay we should to know or am robbery case. But here figures because new IGP Ben Moon okay. Crime will break it down region by region, causes, ritual murders daily. So once we are getting the data, we are able to fight crime. First time into moon data, there be a region nipa 10 water we na crime no yen or kidnapping no yen. But now we are seeing it. So with that and with the data, because they able to is a ejuma. Na infrastructure so ye kawansem. Which is there a Mampaying Bay infrastructure YP. And for infrastructure, being agenda 111 about Western Regional PTC interchange. Time your boko elections, what cut to sort market circle, I don't confuse on ye, but I start to see a bankrana, Pukwas interchange, Pocho, NDC, okay, why no way 3 tier, or Mamping Beno, through prudent spending, economy as some can, or renegotiate may then in your 4, the same amount. Circle interchange, Nankotenobu, Usi. Obecha Bilamte was about 3 portals and the NDC. So the government is actually using our taxpayers' money well. Leakages will maybe. Into leakages yet to and identifying them no. It won't come for Kasa, no Kasa, because we are identifying the problems.
What can we do to let foreigners come in and to invest to bring more competition?
But no, on the measure in 2020. Before COVID broke, Ghana was the fastest recipient of foreign direct investment.
But you see, I know, they are facing COVID, and now we need a new strategy to move.
No, but you're not changing figure because this time, Ghana is predicted to be the leader in foreign direct investment into Ghana. Into Biorba Ghana be able to invest. On a measure that, besides security, and I've answered how it's been done. Infrastructure, it's also important. But young routes and most of the parts of the country are being done. Me pede foreign direct investment oba Ghana maybe to the Talo another year what be na was the headquarters in Accra no we toil no I would rather wish that negotiation now what's in economics A-level economics what's proximity to raw material adamba into why do you know headquarters to Accra into cooking so under Akufo-Addo she manifesto ne GMPC one of pressure headquarters was Baba Western region what's the case so we're taking closer to the oil. The man of Mifuda Obia but obey invest in Ghana. Member name from Bissakra. For baby Oban infrastructure no so oil obey in other areas. Obama government no okay them company 1 2 abaha. Into me then you prioritize them. Say what's $10 billion? Do we have it? I don't think so. But your $2 million. That's a man or no factories 2 3 or had no for player. Then it become a priority for the government to put that. But infrastructure until we need to target and focus on certain areas.
Thank you. Now, with the Dasibebre, why are there? Why are there for almost 2 hours? People any longer. Now, message for the Ghana community or UK around, and also, he said, "Uba Kroma say, he said, you can say." Nipan wonim
Yes.
Yeah. And to message for everything. And it also case the bribery case, and conclude.
But that's me use bribery case in first. First of all, me go Britain for when you must. Make the Britain for Ghana for your Britain and Ghana for your diaspora. I mean the only first diaspora Mokrem Kutum winning regional elections in the Western region. Mokrem so me ejuma pa my head and you win 8 seats, you win presidential Western region. Yes, I'm to maintain even though you lose seats kakra. Only them are tax no way no was corruption, but no no car. But nanti mutuma kasa. But at that time near elections, it's not them command to now I then be elections navy because time no as in them can no yeah. Mam can answer some in Francis and all then what for penina there are certain times in the maybe her and the times that you talk. But charters in tier collections, no man more namodun tene and saying them Montino idem yeting. Yevi and Sana. When the report not being police report. I mean I've had it for over 2 years. But to professional I am something better read the numbers because I had a report. But them in pede Mr. Baby until Asampa FM will release a report and San America Massam. It's a motuma catcher painful and in the animal Britain that day. Mamba my no as a be an ambassador me fi Britain me nko gu enyima ase nti bribery some not onya no kwarda you use that nas nankasa so become on video CC I don't show not Charles Bissue I hear Bakari David them pardon mo nko no biom. Number 2 me pede ye na wo ha no ye twa ye nwa ye hwefie Ghana tell maybe be perceived onye them not our system no ma no one can say a bomb as an ebutum I want maybe. It doesn't mean that one now what you do when you're out the government is working on it. Until na yen fail because on your hand you better have football. You're there you. I would say Haneka the 1 year money, 1 year man, or you could contribute now, but your Eden or ye. Until I mean say Mr. Chiamobia from Ghana. Ghana for switch on na Mifi had to the Mamken as diaspora Mukrem call your politics. Make yeah then Mugini sitting, Mengu and Neymas. It's time be also what to them, Mamma Mumu Dubiuma, one time Michi, Mungu and Neymasada.
Thank you, Mr. Charles Bissue. Thank you. At year for Yadamasi. Now, you better Asia on maybe Friday or Saturday. Thank you very much and good night. Good night, everyone.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.